Hello. In this video I'm going to talk about all the rides at Seaworld San Diego. What is classified as a ride? Anything under the Rides tab of the Seaworld app, so no animals. The Rides tab is sorted alphabetically apart from the Bayside Skyride being put in front of Sky Tower for some reason. The first ride I'll talk about is Arctic Rescue. Opening in 2023, replacing the Wild Arctic Simulator, Arctic Rescue is a family launch coaster. It is very similar to Manta, and I think Manta is better. Arctic Rescue is also very similar to Wave Breaker at SeaWorld San Antonio. Arctic Rescue is a great ride, however, if you want a launch coaster with a 48-inch height requirement at SeaWorld San Deigo, go on Manta. The next ride I'll talk about is Electric Eel. Electric Eel, opening in 2018, is a Skyrocket 2 made in the Ocean Explorer Land, the Kiddie Land. Electric Eel is identical to Tempesto at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. The only difference is that Tempesto has orange supports. This is one of, if not the most thrilling ride at SeaWorld San Diego, beating the next entry. Speaking of, the next entry is Emperor. Emperor, opening in 2022, is a dive coaster with a 90-degree drop. Emperor was originally going to open in 2020 but got pushed back due to COVID. When it was going to open, it was going to be called Mako, similarly to Mako at SeaWorld Orlando. On a side note, I didn't know the other SeaWorld parks would come up this much. Anyways, next is Journey to Atlantis. Opening in 2004, Journey to Atlantis is a water hybrid coaster. Journey to Atlantis originally looked like a rocky, decaying house, but now looks like a water storage unit. If you miss the look of the original, look at Journey to Atlantis at SeaWorld Orlando, because SeaWorld San Antonio's looks funny. As of right now, Journey to Atlantis at SeaWorld San Diego is under refurbishment and has no exact opening date. Next up is Manta. Opening in 2012, Manta is a launch coaster with 2 launches, 30-foot height, and a speed of 43 miles per hour, completely different to a previous entry. Manta is also at SeaWorld Orlando and SeaWorld Abu Dhabi. Manta used to have overlays, Merry Manta and Manta Madness, which changed the first launch. Now they just add props to the beginning. I'm running out of cool introductions. Next is Octorok. Most of these kiddie rides need the picture as face it, you don't know their names. Anyways, Octorok is a happy swing, opening in 2017 along with Ocean Explorer. If you are an adult or teen, go on the end seat for more room. The seats are bigger and there isn't anyone on one of your sides. Also try to face the tentacle twirl in the front. If you face the back, you get to look a beer garden. Nothing screams baby rides like beer. This next ride has never been considered a ride apart from SeaWorld saying it is, it's more of a land. Rescue Junior, opening in 2023, retheming Sesame Street Bay of Play, originally opening in 2008. There are 3 rides, Rescue Rider, Rescue Rafter, and Tide Pool Twist, all of which I'll talk about soon. There is also a Rescue Junior at SeaWorld San Antonio, and there's gets a roller coaster because we're lame, I guess. One sentence later, here it is. Rescue Rider opened in 2023, retheming Elmo's Flying Fish, which originally opened in 2008, is a Aero Top Jet, also known as a Dumbo Spinner. The original ride had you sit in different Elmos, and now you sit in different color cars. I prefer the original. The change was made to separate the land Sesame Street Bay of Play to Sesame Place, a water park owned by SeaWorld. Next is Rescue Rafter. Completely original, different name from the last entry. Rescue Rafter opened in 2023 but was Oscar's Rockin' Eel since 2008, you know the drill. Rescue Rafter is a rockin' tug, which is a blue boat. If you look at the ride picture, someone is wearing an Oscar the Grouch shirt. We're not done with rides that have rescue in its name. Riptide Rescue, opening in 2011, is a yellow troika. There is also an orange version at SeaWorld San Antonio. I really like this ride, however it is closed a lot. Next up is Sea Dragon Drop, opening in 2017 along with Ocean Explorer. Sea Dragon Drop is a junior drop tower also known as a Jumpin' Star. In the Ocean Explorer concept art, Sea Dragon Drop is missing. Make sure to sit on one of the ends for more arm room. Next is Shipwreck Rapids. Opening in 1999, Shipwreck Rapids is, you guessed it, a rapids ride. This ride has stayed pretty much the same as it opened, apart from the waterfall. Sometimes it closes before you go through, sometimes it's all the way on, sometimes it's slightly on, and sometimes it's all the way off. You will get very wet if you sit on the seat against the wall of the loading area. This next ride is even older. The Bayside Skyride, formerly known as the Seaworld Atlantis Skyride, is a ropeway ride opening in 1967. This ride has changed quite a bit from the original, but something I discovered is that there was a cafe on the far side of the loop. Why is this gone? Similar to the Skyride. The Sky Tower opened in 1969 as an observation tower. Its original design had the cabin mostly red, with the tower painted white. This was done to match the ride's sponsor, Pacific Southwest Airlines. Now it is a deep blue with sometimes lights for Christmas. The last ride in the Ocean Explorer Land. Tentacle Twirl opened in 2017 and is a wave slinger also known as a swings ride. It is a pretty basic swings ride, so if you go to a lot of other theme parks, ride something more unique like Emperor or the Skyride. Last up is Tide Pool Twist. Opening in 2023, Tide Pool Twist, but originally being Abby's Sea Star Spin since 2008, Tide Pool Twist is a teacup ride. Again, I prefer the Sesame Street rides to the EU Rescue Junior rides, however I'm glad they're not completely gone. If you want to look at the rides that are completely gone, watch my other video. This was fun and I want to make them about other theme parks. I'll update this once we get a new ride or lose an old ride. See you soon.